So, it turns out the trip to Redcliffe is a long one, and we need to rest.
The Blight. How will you end it?
Oh, hi, Sten. We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
Wait, you doubt I'm really a warden?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
Well, I'm not here to impress you.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
That's abrupt. Okay. See how everybody's resting up.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Aww. Hey, I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
It's alright, bud.
Your dog is filthy.
You
I
too.
can smell him 50 yards off.
I'm sure you're exaggerating.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Go ahead. I guess he is getting a little rank.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Oh, it's okay. He's so freaking cute. Oh.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Well, glad they're getting along.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, you're a person.
Ha, very funny. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
Hey, don't say those things. We still need you.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Okay, keep an eye out. About Leliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk, just briefly.
Well, here I am.
So, I've been wanting to ask, what would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Oh, just that they don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
So, your skills were learned before your time in the Chantry?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on. them off.
I'll give this to Alistair, and then I'm gonna try out a sword for a little while. And Leliana's got a good bow. Wynne. Ooh, pretty.
All right.
This cat is cat. I think I like the Silver Knight one. I think that was the one.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
You know, I've never asked. What's your story exactly?
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you and your companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they?
Fair enough. May I see your wares?
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Not ready to talk yet, I guess. That's okay.
Enchantment?
Yes, please.
Enchantment!
Enchant my dagger. Let's do... Yeah, let's do frost.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Alistair. Oh, 2 spots. That should be good. Just one more person to check on before we head back out.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
So, before we go to Redcliffe again, is there anything that can truly be done for a possessed mage?
'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have, yes? And, had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it.
Well, out of our 2 mages, I think I know who will help us the most here. Okay, and like always, want to give some party gifts before we leave. Start with Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
Give the Chantry Amulet to Leliana.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't...
Oh, sorry, cut you off. We'll do this book for Wynne.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
Sal. You know, he hasn't been feeling too well. Maybe I should, for his own good. Oh, come on, Benny. Oh, he looks so cute. But he probably hates it. He'll be fine. Yeah, stick. I love that he brings the stick back. And maybe just because I have it and I know he'll like it, give him a bone. What a good boy. Sten, I want to give this art I think he'd like.
I am impressed. My thanks.
And that leaves Morrigan, which I found this book that seems important.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
You're welcome.
I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Everybody's all psyched, ready to go. Did I talk to Alistair yet? Actually,
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
oh, you have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But, after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking, and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
If you want to, we could try.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Are you barking, Sal? Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? It's gonna take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. Actually, one more thing I wanted to ask Alistair.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Why did you keep your birthright a secret?
You never asked?
Did you not trust me? I just thought we were friends.
We are friends. I didn't mean to... It wasn't supposed to... Oh, let me explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then, after the battle, when I should have told you... I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
I guess I can understand that.
I should have told you, anyway. It was important for you to know. I guess part of me likes you not knowing.
You enjoyed not telling me?
It's just that anyone who's ever found out has treated me differently afterwards. I was the bastard prince instead of just being Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
That's not stupid.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Arl Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's all right. Oh, I hope he's all right. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I was just hoping that you would like me for who I am. It was a dumb thing to do.
I do like you, and not because of your blood.
Oh, Oh. You see, I didn't know that. I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Run away in embarrassment.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
There you are. We have brought lyrium and begun preparations for the ritual. We can start any time.
So only one person can go through, correct?
Yes, we haven't sufficient lyrium at present to send more than one mage into the Fade.
Do you have any last-minute advice?
It truly depends on the manner of demon. It sounds like a spirit of greed and desire, one of the more powerful in the hierarchy. It will likely engage you in dialogue and tempt you with an offer. Avoid it. Making deals with demons never turns out well.
All right, let's do this now.
I'm glad we decided to take this route. This is really the best option.
Very well. Who will go into the Fade?
Morrigan is going.
Then let us begin forthwith.
Is that you, Connor? I can hear you! I'm coming!
Father! Where are you? I don't understand. It's so cold.
You there?
I go home.
Have you seen my son? I can hear him, but I cannot find him. This blasted fog has me turning in circles.
This is the Fade. Your kind cannot navigate it any more than you could navigate a dream.
I don't understand. Where is my Connor?
I will find him for you, since I foolishly gave my word that I would. Leave me to it.
No. No, you're trying to lead me astray. I do not believe you. Connor! Connor, where are you? Is anyone out there? Hello?
Who are you? Are you the one that made Father ill? Tell me now!
I do not have time for fool children. Now tell me where this demon is.
Fool! You won't get near her. I won't let you. You're the one making Father sick! I'll help him! You can't stop me! Why do you keep hurting me? Why are you trying to stop me?
Trespasser! I will drive you out!
Very well. As you wish.
Get out of here! You have to get out! I'll stop you! I will!
So be it.
Father wanders, seeking me, trapped within my web. All is as it should be. Why must you interfere? No. It is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
Wipe them out!
Very well. No more illusions. Now we meet face to face. You see my true form, and stand in my domain. It is here I am most powerful. And yet I have no wish to engage your power, nor should you be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead?
Do you take me for a fool? I know better than to bargain with your kind.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches your boldness, creature.
I shall do it. I am your death.
So it is over. Connor is his old self. He does not seem to remember anything, which is a blessing. I suppose we will need to send him to the Circle of Magi's tower for training, once the war is over. It's so odd to think of the boy as a mage, of all things. Eamon has much to mourn and rebuild should he recover. But at least he can be thankful that both his son and wife are safe.
I owe you my deepest thanks. I can scarcely believe Connor is the boy he once was.
There is still the matter of Jowan. His poisoning Eamon began this whole mess, yet he lives. I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Why do you want my opinion?
You spoke with him, have you not? You know what he has done better than I do, even.
I don't really think it's your decision to make.
What do you mean? He is responsible for many of the problems here, and is a Maleficar as well.
Exactly. He's the Circle of Magi's responsibility.
Perhaps you are correct. But that is Eamon's decision, not mine. I'm sorry. Jowan stays in the dungeon for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn. The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
The urn is a legend. It might never be found.
That is a possibility. But there is a reason it's still an option. I am not simply grasping at straws.
My husband funded the research of a scholar in Denerim, a brother Genetivi. He has been studying the inscriptions on Andraste's birth rock. When Eamon fell ill, I sent the knights to speak to Genetivi. I hoped that he had finally discovered the location of the urn of sacred ashes itself. They were unable to locate Genetivi. In desperation, I sent more knights in search of the brother, or some clue of the urn's location.
What will you be doing in the meantime?
I must organize Eamon's knights as they return, draft new soldiers, and prepare the army to fight. I shall hand Redcliffe back to Eamon when he awakens, and in a state where it can be of some use in the coming war. Truly, what other choice do I have?
I will see if I can find this relic.
No one else can. Even if I wished to do it myself, I cannot abandon Redcliffe to its own devices. Perhaps you could seek out the brother's home in Denerim and see if any clues remain on his whereabouts. It is the only place to begin the search, I think. I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
Denerim. It's the last place I want to go. Oh, no deal, just creeping around your bed. Sorry, Eamon.
You're the one who saved me.
Actually, it was Morrigan.
Then, I guess I owe her thanks. Father always said to remember to thank people who do nice things for you. I hope Father gets better soon. He will, won't he?
Not gonna answer him? Doors are hard.
That poor little boy. I just can't bear to think what he must have gone through.
Huh. I think we'll stop over in Redcliffe Village to see if there are any smaller quests on our way to Denerim.
Sire, I have more news.
Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Anora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he not?
Never! Marek and I drove those bastards out! not roll out the welcome for the now.
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own. I will lead it through this, Anora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Cailan?
Cailan's death was his own doing.
Chanters Board.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Just making sure I'm morally okay with it. On the path to Denerim. And I think we all deserve another night in camp.
Going.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
This isn't shady at all. I like this bird though.
going to be. It's your time to die!
Yes. All right.
It's your time to die!
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
That could be easily rectified.
Of that I have no doubt. You are most skilled. If you haven't killed me, however, you must have kept me alive for some purpose, yes?
I'll ask the questions here.
Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is ZEVRAN. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
What are the Antivan Crows?
This elf is a crow. That makes sense. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva. I understand they almost run that nation, and are hired only at great expense.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Not for being good assassins, I see.
Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldens do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty.
So you came all the way from Antiva?
Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see.
And who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Loghain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
When were you to see him next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Loghain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Loghain then.
If you had failed?
What can I say, huh? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny, would you?
Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
And what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Won't they come after you, though?
Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
What exactly do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. Yes, I accept your offer.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't overthink it.
We could apparently use a swift kick in the head too, but you don't see me going around asking for one.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone. I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Right.
Blast and damnation!
Yes.
You alright, Alistair? Okay, let's go for it.
Yes. Where's the tavern? All right. Yes.
That's your outfit, ZEVRAN. Sorry, Alistair. Maybe I have some stuff back at camp. That would be better.
Let's get on with it then.
Next up, refugees.
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in.
Darkspawn? You don't say.
Right, Darkspawn. We killed a whole band of them on the way up from Lothering. We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You?
What's the message about?
We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
And I'm here to stop you.
I thought you said... Wait. You're serious?
Why not let us deliver your message?
I suppose that's all right. As long as it gets there. Stay safe.
Blood mage my butt. Guess I should have Morrigan make some potions if I'm collecting all of these herbs.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
These three. All right. Huh. Okay. One more stop. Oh, it's gonna take us all the way around. Whoops. We're gonna pretend we could cut through there.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
Eyes.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Great. And I'm off. Might be a nice compliment for us.
I love this game.
Going. Yes. All right. Oh, it's a bear.
Now the fun part. I still remember my first battle.
I never remember to use this anyways. Alright, let's go camp.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. no matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
And if we can stop the Blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Ugh, such a good.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
We'll start with something easy. Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
You don't like Ferelden?
It is fine enough with its dogs and its mud. The people are spirited, even if they can't tell the difference between an assassin and a mere killer. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
Oh yeah, my mother was better than any gem.
You have me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid eyes on the woman. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Now that is odd.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, ZEVRAN, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
The job being killing me, right?
Yes, and now here I am. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Well, I guess we both just need to make the most of where we are.
Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, there was Connor just now.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
But it's this knowledge that drives you to be cautious, yes?
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Well, if one retains one's humanity, it's not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
Really? It's so stubborn sometimes.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Oh, those poor birds.
Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Oh, well, I mean, we are friends, aren't we?
Yes, very much so. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
You're a treasured friend, Leliana.
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way.
Yes.
Sten, I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
What's an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
Why does he care about the Blight?
Why do you?
I'm a Grey Warden. It's my job.
Exactly. You don't ask, nor do I. The Arishok sends me and I go.
Well, don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
Well, I can see you're right on top of that.
I cannot go home.
Oh. I'm sorry. You know you can stay with us.
Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Sten, just tell me, what were you doing in that cage?
Does it matter? Very well. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Wait, what do you mean by a weak mind?
That is complicated. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the Darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
That sounds like what happened to me at Ostagar.
I heard the stories of Ostagar. Your kith stood their ground when others fled. No one can do more than that. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
What did you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
Did the farmers know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
Did you believe them?
I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
You panicked over a lost blade?
That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Well, couldn't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn, you said?
Near Lake Calenhad.
Don't worry, Sten. We'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
What do you wish of me?
Hey, Morrigan. Care to talk?
If you must.
So I've been wondering, is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I prefer the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Okay, sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
How long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dreadlord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen, and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
He sold his wife to another man?
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she truly loved Osen then?
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which, she never invaded or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
The legend also tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters? I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one, and these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed, so should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Wow. So, do you believe her version of the story?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
But aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
Well, it's an interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
Ah, my mother is a useless drunk, if you must know.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Maybe we'll have to buy him some. Yeah. But we can upgrade his dagger.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Isn't much better. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye out.
Enchantment?
Yes, please.
Enchantment!
Before I settle in for the night, you know I gotta give party gifts. Surviving another day together.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Come back to him.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
I need to grab something for Leliana.
Unexpected. Thank you.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Perhaps she'll like... Perhaps she'll like this room.
Why, thank you so much.
She liked it enough, I guess. Alright, and now to give Alistair this amulet that I found when we were in Redcliffe.
Oh, this is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in Redcliffe, in the study.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Perhaps you mean more to him than you think.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left... Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Sorry, did you say something?
Ho, ho, ho. See this gesture I'm making? Can you hear that?
Love joking with him. Alright, we're gonna go actually sleep through the night. It's pretty morning. So, should we head out? Maybe one more brief chat, but I'll go in reverse order this time.
I await your command.
Good morning. Just here to talk.
So, full of questions, are you?
Yes, I wanted to know, how did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
But it's just a legend, right?
So I assume. My mother has walked the wilds far longer than I. Who am I to suggest what things she has done and not done in her past? Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
So can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Well, do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the Circle of Magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
I have a feeling that would just make you angry.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Callow? You thought I was callow?
You sound surprised. You must have heard this before. You'll get over it. Eventually.
Remind me, why did I let you out of the cage again?
I have wondered that myself. It is one of the many things I find puzzling about your behavior.
Well, just so you know, I find plenty of things puzzling about you too.
What is there to be puzzled by? I'm a simple creature. I like swords, I follow orders. There's nothing else to know about me.
I don't think you're that simple.
As I said, you're not as callow as I thought. In any case, we should go now.
Let's go.
As you wish.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
The short story, I met Duncan and he stood up for me.
Ah, you are keeping this tale to yourself, I see. Fair enough. Forgive me for prying.
Well, I suppose I can tell you.
I am interested to hear.
It's just... it was better than being a casteless tunnel rat in Orzammar.
I have learned a little of the strict caste system of the dwarves, and I apologize for saying this, but it seems terribly backward. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the Wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
I just hope that I can show the strength Duncan saw in me.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to, that it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Something I can help with?
Good morning. I'm just here to talk.
Yes? What's on your mind?
So, why did you decide to come to Ferelden? Been meaning to ask.
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
What was Cecily like?
She was an elderly lady, very refined and proper. She had impeccable manners and taste, more so than a lot of Orlesian ladies. Cecily was also kind. My mother was unmarried and with child. It was scandalous, and Cecily had every right to turn my mother out. She didn't. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dry flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Oh. Well, I guess now's a good time to show Leliana that I found these.
Flowers? Thank you. They're very pretty.
Smell them.
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
The guy.
Here I am.
Care to answer some more questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
So, what does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is the desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
You did quite well, no doubt.
Within the Crows, I did. But it has been something the Crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
That does sound like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
At your service.
Care to answer some questions?
Of course.
So, what can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So, couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
That's horrible. I can't believe they'd do that.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
I guess that's enough stalling. Let's head out. Okay.
Yes.
I think we'll take our rogues since
Indeed.
we want to be sneaky.
Yes.
Of course, Alistair. Right, off to Denerim. Turn some steps to the Chanters.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and He is our Maker. They are sinners who have... The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I liked her version of the chant better.
Me too. I wonder why nobody ever taught me her version of the chant when I was a Templar.
Oh. Hello, dear. Can we help you?
What she means is, in Andraste's name, be welcome.
Stop correcting me! What would Andraste do? That's what you should be concerned with, I say. Andraste was no fuss budget.
I just wanted to hear more about this chant.
Tell you about the chant? What? As if it's a cake you might buy? Well, it's done enough, but a little too much nutmeg for my taste.
Sister, instructing the ignorant is a sacred duty of the Chantry.
Fine, then. What do you want to know?
Well, ignoring that last comment, what was that verse that you were just reciting now?
It's the 10th stanza from the Transfigurations. Lovely canticle, that one. Oh, you should have heard Brother Caedmon sing it, though.
He sang it well, I take it.
He had a voice like a bucket full of toads. Revered Mother Boann, bless her heart, always said, if we had more voices like his, the Maker couldn't fail to take note of us.
What happened to him?
It was tragic, really. Such a surprise.
We don't speak of that.
Oh, he died?
He was in charge of the lyrium storehouse. It wasn't good for him, you see. He took off all his clothes in the middle of the chant one summer day and ran into the street. He tripped and fell into the vat of elderberry wine for the feast and drowned. We were 6 days drying him out for his cremation. He looked like a pickled egg. So tragic.
Okay, never mind, I'm sorry.
Now, where's the fun in belonging to the Chantry if you can't proselytize to the heathens a bit?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
Oh, pickled egg.
And after much sweat, blood and toil,
No, you don't
her
have to do
labors
that.
ended,
Yep,
and the
yep,
world
thank you, I just heard it,
marveled.
thank you.
All men are the work
Those stung with 100
Thank you.
arrows.
I just wanted
Those
to turn this in.
suffering.
Yep.
to the highest kings.
Those stung with
Yep.
100 arrows.
Yep. Got it. Just one more.
Those stung with a...
Yep. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not picking up any more tasks this moment. Whoa. Wait, where are you going?
Puppy!
Sal, if he comes with us, he's going to have to fight Darkspawn. I know he's too young. That's my point.
Oh, would you stop correcting me? I know the chant like the back of my hand. As there is but one road,
Ha ha ha! The bustle of a market district. The pickpockets home away from home.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. And Truste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Cailan. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Loghain's charges against the Wardens are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Loghain's word?
Use your wits. The Wardens would never help the Darkspawn.
The savior of Ferelden, Terran Loghain, personally told me of the Warden's betrayal. Your betrayal. An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
I won't fight a misled fool.
But honor demands you accept.
Your honor, not mine. Farewell.
You turn your back on me? This is not over, Warden.
Oh, I just realized we're in the Warden uniform. That was dumb. I should probably...
Dwarven crafts. Fine. Welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar, and better suited to your hand than anything else you could find in this city.
Show me what you have.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Pretty expensive, but let's get some dwarven armor. For me. And what about for Alistair? We've got some scale armor. Helmet, leather gloves, boots maybe? Not the greatest look, but it'll do. Oh, and a shield.
Yes? What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Brother Genetivi.
Brother Genetivi? Why?
I would like to speak to him about his research.
His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genetivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genetivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
What do you think he discovered?
I don't know. He was very excited when he left and said he would be back with all the answers. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genetivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi and they too have disappeared.
Where did you send them?
Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I'm willing to risk it. Please, tell me where he went.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
What exactly was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
You sound nervous. Hiding something?
I know it sounds suspicious, but I swear I'm not lying. It's been a very difficult time for me, and sometimes I don't know what to think or feel. I want Genetivi to be rescued, but I don't want more people to be hurt. You understand, don't you?
I don't know if I should trust you.
You do not have to trust me. My conscience is clear. Follow in Genetivi's footsteps if you must, but be careful.
Huh.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there.
Why not?
I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed.
I could find more clues to Genetivi's disappearance if you let me in.
I said no. Genetivi was a very private person.
You're hiding something. I want to know what it is.
No, don't touch that door!
And I'm off. Going.
Clearly I have to search in here now. Waylon? So who was that? Now I guess we have to go to Lake Calenhard.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Ah, there were boots in here.
What is it? I have work to do.
I have a note here from your master.
What does it say? Ah, I knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Hopefully nobody minds me opening up their chests.
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
And I'm off. Don't believe the lies. Friends of the Grey Wardens assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Someone is still on our side in this.
I hear the Regent is saying that any Bann that doesn't do what he tells them is going to get trounced.
I don't believe that.
I heard it plain as day. They have to fall in line and fight the Darkspawn or he'll make an example. That's the word he used.
That don't sound very ferocious.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
How do you know who I am?
Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. But don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostagar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me.
Is the market district really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and all Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
How are they worse?
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
So, do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
What do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
All right. Sign me up, Sergeant.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Wouldn't you rather meet her on your own?
Do I seem a little nervous? I am. I really don't know what to expect. I'd like you to be there with me if you're willing. Or we could leave, I suppose. We really don't have time to pay a visit, do we? Maybe we should go.
No, it's fine. Let's see if she's home.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go. Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
He's telling the truth. Just listen to him.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that? She...
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
That's hardly Alistair's fault, isn't it?
And who in the Maker's name are you? Some dwarf carrying all his riches, I expect?
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Goldana, Alistair came here hoping to find his family.
Well, he found it. And what good is that to me? None, that's what. Unless he can see to it that his family lives as it should.
I suppose maybe I could give her some money for my nieces and nephews. 15 sovereigns, maybe? Would you let me give her that?
I mean, I guess.
Then here, Goldana, take this money. I know it's not much, but...
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
No, wait, I don't think that at all. I want to help, if I can.
You want to help? You go to whatever high and mighty folks you run with, and you tell them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living as they've a right to. You do that!
Let's go, Alistair. There's nothing for you here.
You're right. I don't know why I came.
I don't know why you came either, or what you expected to find. But it isn't here. Now get out of my house, the both of you.
Let's leave. Now.
I agree. Let's get out of here. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I'm sorry I gave her any money at all. This is the family I've been wondering about all my life? That gold-digging harridan? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
You don't need her. You have others who care for you.
Such as? The only person who ever cared about me was Duncan, and he's gone.
Hey, I care for you.
Thank you. I'm glad you came with me. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
A little something extra, for friendship. The Mages Collective thanks you. Makers smile upon you.
My client appreciates your generosity.
slippers.
All right.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Sure. We just gave away a pretty big chunk of our money, so maybe not.
Look, before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you were there to talk me down after we left. You're a true friend. I just wanted to tell you that.
We're in this together, Alistair.
That we are. I have your back. You know that, right? Well, now that that's out of the way, yes?
Just trying to get around you.
Tell your captain that our deal is now ironclad.
Go home again, but for 10 silvers an hour, you can get pretty close.
That scamp Kylon sent you, right? Glad he hasn't forgotten about us. The mercenaries are right there. If you're here about other things, just speak up.
You brazen hussy. Someone needs to put you in your place.
She's too good.
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. Fools. And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see. You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard. And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
You two know each other?
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lothering. And Isabella, my dear, you will no doubt be amused to discover that I am traveling with a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Charmed.
Your fighting skills are impressive.
I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years.
Will you teach me how to be a duelist?
An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game.
All right, what game?
Have you ever played Wicked Grace? It is easy to learn, but difficult to master. You must watch your opponent's moves as carefully as your own. Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to?
I'll shuffle the cards.
Good. Go ahead, then. Are you done yet? 5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win. Ah, a wonderful card for me. I shall draw another card, and you may draw another too, if you wish. Ha! The Angel of Death card. The game is over. We must show our hands. You have 2 angels and 3 knights. And all the same theme. That is one of the best hands I have ever seen. You've won. You have proven yourself quick and resourceful. And I would be honored to pass my skills on to you.
I'm ready.
Come. We will need some space for this.
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for white falcons only.
Time to close shop before there's trouble.
Get a load of this guard. You're telling us what to do?
That's exactly what I'm telling you to do. Now go.
That's supposed to scare me. The falcons get to hunt. Everybody look sharp. Make her protect me! Mercy! Mercy! We'll leave. We'll do whatever you want. Just no more.
Empty your pockets and leave.
All right. Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Going.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
the griffins will rise again.
Yes.
Another Grey Warden supporter.
Not just a supporter, Payton. That's a Grey Warden. She's the one Arl Howe is looking for.
Our trap landed a Warden? You've got one chance to surrender.
Would it help if I told you Loghain framed the Grey Wardens?
For what it's worth, I believe you. Not that I particularly care.
Figures.
We're not common guards, Warden. We're Howe's elite. Shavra, Tenant, and Jarvie, let's kill ourselves a Warden.
Howe is really getting on my nerves.
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the Pearl. Scrapes, bruises, and a few broken things, but no deaths. You showed restraint. The Pearl's workers will...
Some of those men were mine, guard dogs. Anyone hurts one of the White Falcons, they answer to me.
I see. Don't bother sparing these louts. Things are about to get messy.
Now let's see which
It is done.
And people actually voluntarily attack you. Are they just stupid? Here's the payment I promised. I might have more work if you're interested. But I'm heading back to the market district. Back alleys are just too dangerous for me.
Yes.
Looky here. Looks like our marks are saving us a trip. How thoughtful. Kill them. We'll sort through the loot after.
Ha! Let's wipe them out quickly! Be careful! I'm getting violence in this solution. This time is fun.
Now we really
If you insist.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
People already know we're wardens. Wasn't a very good disguise, I suppose.
Our continued friendship is guaranteed.
You! We're about to send the boys to hunt you down! Boss says kill him!
Tell them to stop hitting me!
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Yes. With this, you seal your guild's success.
Yes?
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What was this about?
I hear you stole supplies from the guild.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
Time for more practice.
Alright, not bad at all!
enough.
For more practice.
I still remember my first battle.
You bastard!
Let's get some glory!
It was
could have a try at that.
Make a preserver. Let's make this quick.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
You forced our hands. We have done well.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
And I'm off. All right.
Perhaps I could have a try at that. No mercy.
Is that all you've got? I'll do it. Where do I go? Stop me. Let's make this quick.
All of the healing potions. This is why I always have to take Wynne in the party.
Yes.
Let's get on with it then. And I'm off. All right.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Going.
How big is this place? Almost.
I know not how you're survived thus far. Is it luck or providence? No matter. You will not survive this!
This should be fun! Defend yourself!
Since we have to head to Haven next, they'll actually swing back by the Circle and the lake, which means I actually need to trade out some folk, because I need to bring Sten.
All right.
thought to escape me, eh, Warden? I would prefer to fight with honor, but over scum like you, I'll take any victory I can.
Going.
You should run while you...
Hey, watch it!
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the Tyke as our own.
All right.
Back off! I was here first.
What are you doing?
Nothing that'd concern you, dwarf. I wasn't bothering nobody, and I was here first.
But you're surrounded by corpses.
They're mine. Not literally, you understand. They're not my bodies. I mean, I only got one, and I'm not dead or nothing. But I was here first.
Just answer some questions, and I'll leave you alone.
All right, if it'll make you leave my spot quicker.
You wouldn't happen to have found any swords around here, would you?
No. The place was mostly picked clean when I got here. I got part of a glove the wolves didn't chew too badly, though. I think it was a glove, anyway. I know, don't say it. I got cheated. I knew the guy who was here before me. He sold me this spot. Said he found giants and all kind of crazy valuables. He didn't mention that he'd taken everything but the bones and the dirt already. His name's Ferelden. Squirrely little bastard, if you ask me. Which you didn't, but I said it anyway.
Where is he now?
He was going to Orzammar, he said. I imagine he's gotten there by now. If you find him, tell him I sent you. It'll scare the piss out of him. Ha!
I guess we've got to check that out in Orzammar. Sorry, Sten. At least we have a lead.
Welcome back, youngster. Looking to go across to the tower?
You got your boat back?
Gregor came by, said I could have Lissy back. He seemed sad and tired.
Well, I'd like to go to the tower, please.
Off we go then.
You know, I don't know if I have the strength for another big battle.
The Grey Wardens saved us. Fighting the Blight is the least we can do.
True.
The Circle has always played a part in the
Why am I just now realizing? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Why do I have fire and ice? This boggles the mind. I need the fire. But then I can't use the dagger. Ah. It's fine. Everything's fine. Maybe I'll just stick with the shield for a little bit. Re-equip when we're back in camp. Okay, we're just here to clean up a couple tasks. Looks like we've got low rumble signals the lowering of ancient protection. Something is free in the lowest level. So put that down here.
Can we expect more of those? Because just thinking about the Fade sets my head spinning.
Thank you. Okay. Actually, I think we need to switch out for Leliana.
Braska!
I think ZEVRAN is very great.
Indeed.
Stealing stuff. We're gonna need him for this other part. Summoning sciences. You found a textbook of arcane summoning rituals. Alright, the library. Just right down
We've
here.
rested enough. We need to get these out of the tower before they get fragrant.
I think those abominations.
Can level up again.
It's wrong.
Someone has to do it.
Why do we have to live?
Okay, so got the summoning sciences text. And it looks like we just need to check out a bunch of things in the library, starting with the summoning first. And we're gonna go to what's next? Tome of Spirit Personages.
All right.
Then summoning the first. Over here. Spirit hog. Okay, that's one down.
Huh.
Next one. Rodercom's Uncommon Calling. Where is that? Here to Magus Gorbish. And summoning the second, which is what we needed Leliana for. Next up, summoning font. Then Elvorn's Grand Bestiary. Table carving, just back in the beginning. And Spiritorum Etherealis, which I feel like we just passed. Then Magus Gorbish again. Just back and forth, back and forth. Then Novice Phylactery. And summoning the third.
Yes. All right.
Alright. Okay, and the book has one more sequence, which might be a little tricky because it's everything that we just checked out again, but all at once. So fun. So that was personages. Morrigan's Uncommon Calling. Scorvish. And Alvorn's Grand Bestiary. Which again, I think is back in the third section. Back to the first. Common table carding. And Spiritorum Etherealis. And this Magus Gorvish thing again. Magus. I've been saying it wrong. Who knows? And Novice Phylactery. And then the fourth summoning location is over here.
All is well?
Leliana. And we may or may not get it, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, this is rather awkward, what? I'm not supposed to be here. Not right at all.
Failed.
This is rather awkward, what? I'm not supposed to be here. Not right at all.
Well, we failed. Too bad. We'll be alright. At least I think we're done with that. Alright, clearing this thing up. I think just a couple random quests. Brazilian Forest. Orzammar. Where's this person? I could do that while we're out here. Okay, let's just do this one last thing before we leave the area.
You have some kind of problem?
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What is this about?
I hear you stole supplies from the guild.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
You should run while you can. It is done.
That's a lot of blood.
Okay. Blackstone Irregulars with the supplies. Alright, I think we're in a good spot to head off to Haven now.